Hello from my dungeon in the web. I'm Madhu Trehan and this is Clothesline on News Laundry. We'll kick off this week with who else but...
Mr. Jagdish Tytler, welcome.
And this week at the abattoir, the goat to be slaughtered was Jagdish Tytler with his trademark goatee, which doesn't do his "I'm an innocent man" look any favors. The other mistake Tytler made was this.
Can you put the volume just a little higher? Put the volume up, please.
Wait, Jagdish, it'll be very high in a minute. This is Arnab.
Very, very faintly. Just put the volume up, please.
Okay, I warned you. You're on your own now.
Absolutely, I wouldn't want you to not hear me. I'll tell you, you will hear me loud enough.
Bola tha na, ab khao kadi, rather khao pulka.
1 minute, but 1 minute. What did Nanavati say? 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute, gentlemen. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. No, I'll tell you what is in the second affidavit. 1 second. 1 second, Mr. Tytler. Mr. Tytler. 1 minute. I believe that on other news channels you have not been questioned on fact. I'm going to question you on fact. And Mr. Tytler, if I have any factual inaccuracy, stop me right here. Otherwise, accept that what I'm saying is right.
I want to go for a lie detecting test. I'm prepared to take a debate.
Are you?
Don't go there, Jagdish. I'm warning you. Don't.
I'm prepared to take a debate, and I say you should be in Delhi and you conduct this debate.
You said I want to debate it with Mr. Fulka. So here's Mr. Fulka. Mr. Fulka is live with us tonight.
No.
No, don't say now you don't want to debate with Mr. Fulka.
Separately. No, listen to me.
Why are you avoiding it now?
I want you...
Why are you avoiding it?
What, Jagdish? Don't you watch our show? This is exactly what Arnab did to Derek week before last. Anyway, too bad. But someone did something unexpected to Arnab. First for him.
And I can tell you, Arnab bhai.
Bhai? Arnab has been called a bully, judge, lecturer, warmonger, a Bengali. But here he's been stumped with a bhai. Arnab, what do you have to say about that?
Well, it's not an easy situation to be in for sure.
We figured. When the government, and I mean any government, wants to fix someone, teach them a lesson, they know how to do it. When all their agencies, Income Tax, Enforcement Directorate, through legal means in a manner that appears entirely democratic. But what happens when a businessman turns the wheels back on them, all done in a tuxedo and black tie with no sleeves? Let me give you a simple, quick roundup. When the Reserve Bank of India passed an order against him, the tuxedo with no sleeves got a stay from the Allahabad High Court. Tuxedo with... Don't laugh! You'll encourage him. He'll come back. As I was saying, tuxedo with no sleeves went to the Registrar of Companies to avoid SEBI and raised OFCD funds. When SEBI woke up to that, tuxedo with no sleeves went to the Supreme Court. When the Supreme Court ruled in favor of SEBI, tuxedo stalled the issue with a completely different grievance in the Supreme Court. So when tuxedo with no sleeves says it is an ego problem with RBI and SEBI, hell it is. He is making them completely ineffectual, and wouldn't that bother you? Worse news yet, many in India admire him for all this. So don't you dare, don't even think like that. Besides, the tuxedo. Was it designed to convince SEBI he was too poor to afford sleeves? Or was it a strategy to humor them that they start laughing at his clown outfit and they forgive him everything? Or was he trying to beat Arindam Chowdhury at his own game? Hey guys, take a lesson from our own Karan Thapar. Bow ties, yes, but at least he keeps his sleeves on. Who gets best dressed? Please vote so we can gold mine your email IDs like all these channels when they do their fake polls. I love the way this man loves himself. Mwah, mwah, mwah in the mirror every morning. Like many wealthy people who have made money off poor people, he said, God, I've heard this so often, makes me want to, well, more on that later. But he said they should be thanking me for the service I have done for poor people.
So these people are such people, small people, the persons, small person.
And he keeps calling them small people, as in he's a big person, bada admi, literally. In an aside, you know who's about to become a bada admi from Aam Aadmi? Arvind Kejriwal, who will contest Delhi elections. Enough from Sarkar corporate battles, let's move to Twitter wars. Feku Fiki versus Pappu CII. It wasn't just a battle of Rahul and Modi, it was also CII versus Fiki. And to comment on this, our very own News Laundry columnist, Anand Ranganathan, was invited to Vikram Chandra's big fight.
Anand Ranganathan, columnist, newslaundry.com. You also active on Twitter? Kind of. Not as active as others, but you had lots to say about what's happening on Twitter.
We'd like to congratulate Anand for not falling asleep on Vikram Chandra's show. And we'd like to congratulate Vikram Chandra for setting the rules of the show in a class teacher manner, which we have rarely seen him do when the big daddies stare down at him.
Okay, now, can we just get some basic rules for this show? Let's try and do it one at a time. Let's try and do no comments longer than 30 seconds, and I'm going to try and give everybody equal time and space.
Vikram, you really cracked the whip on regular folk. But like the Netas, even they didn't listen to him and stick to the 30-second rule.
Give me 2 seconds. And by the way, there are enough of
One at a time. Okay.
Set up, we don't have one at the moment. Be my guest.
Before that, I need to make one pointer.
That I need to make at this level. If there are a number of people on Twitter.
We don't know who won the Feku Pappu war, but Vikram definitely lost. Speaking of Pappus, Rahul Kanwar of Headlines Today, which somehow always seems so yesterday, had on his panel
Sanjay Jha, co-founder of HamaraCongress.com. Joining us also, newly appointed spokesperson of the BJP, Meenakshi Lekhi, Madhu Kishwar, veteran social and political analyst, Veer Sanghvi, one of India's foremost political commentators. Veer Sanghvi, one of India's foremost political commentators.
Gulshan Grover. The only person who took time to shed light on what Feku means was Gulshan. Sorry, Sanjay Jha. Bad man, the Lalten.
The people who made Feku, which is a fictitious, the image of a con man who basically spins a yarn but has no substance, which we attach to Mr. Modi, is something that we've observed very consistently as part of his rhetoric. He exaggerates, worse, he's usually disingenuous when he makes his claims on Gujarat or whatever. So
now we know Feku. Will someone please tell us what Pappu means?
Pappu actually sounded like Pappu and behaved like one by calling billion as millions as billions, by talking, by losing a sheet of paper, by talking Rani ki Jhansi at Jhansi ki Rani as Rani ki Jhansi, etc., etc. Apart from the fact that in answering 2 questions, he took 37 minutes.
We have not a single person who today participated on the entire Twitter exercise who was in any sense compensated or commercially gained by it.
Sanjay, every time one appears on a debate, each channel pays 1,000 to 2,000, sometimes even 3,000 or 4,000. Okay, not dollars, rupees. I know because I've been invited to these debates often enough, but ever since I got on this news laundry gig, I'm suffering huge losses. But you're on at least 3 debates every night. Do the math.
I suppose I'm allowed to plug India Today on your channel, but there was an excellent article in India Today by Kunal Pradhan 2 months ago where he went to the BJP's control rooms, and before that in other channels, which I will not plug on your show.
Veer, chal rehne de, no need for all this.
When Narendra Modi speaks, they say he walks on the Sabarmati.
Wow, wow, wow. Then who else will walk on Sabarmati, Veerji? Jesus? Are you crazy or what? Jesus made wine out of water. Narendra Bhai has made water out of wine in Gujarat. Dry state. Wait. This guy is doubting Narendra Bhai. This guy needs to be fixed. Twitter bombs, away. Tweet him to oblivion.
I can tell you, I know a lot of people today who actually feel paranoid about going on Twitter and supporting the Congress because they say, listen, I don't think our sensibilities will be able to bear the overwhelming abuse that we get from Mrs. Meenakshi Lekhi's party and her tribe of RSS brigade on Twitter.
Wow, if that's how brave congressmen are, you must consider the Aam Janta who takes part in a dharna, braving police lathis, no less than John Rambo and Salman the Bang Khan rolled into one. Dude, you don't go into battle with an army which goes, ooh, he called me a name on Twitter.
And anybody who knows my life knows that I am not the kind who's ever gone anywhere near any party office.
How about anybody who knows my life knows I've never gone near any office at all? No, Madhu, most people do not know your life. Now I will hear screams, don't you know who I am? Jante nahi mera baap kaun hai? But Madhu Kishwar, being a feminist, would probably say, Jante nahi meri maa kaun hai? She spent over 3 minutes talking about herself, not the topic. Who else would have the nerve to do this but a feminist? Way to go, girl, you speak. Rather rant for all of us voiceless women. Then Madhu Kishwar said to the Congress party, you forced me. Congress party forced her. It led to a tsunami of emotions, she said. Good for you, girl, I love you. Madhu Kishwar was like a person caught being unfaithful. If you hadn't been so mean, hadn't ignored me, if you hadn't forced me to cook for your mother, etc., etc., I would never have run into his arms. And what's with the men smirking at Madhu Kishwar? Can you blame her for becoming a feminist? Look at those smug, patronizing grins.
Please check. Because mouse terriers...
Makes you want to puke. She said,
"Itna kufr mat tolo ki ulti aaye."
"Itna kufr mat tolo ki ulti aaye." Can you say ulti on TV?
I guess.
Is Kishwar writing my script?
No.
Every time a Sanjay Jha or some of their friends open their mouth, they bring Renuka Chaudhary on.
I can't believe she compared Sanjay Jha and Renuka Chaudhary.
And how they are hiding their guilt. And
that is so funny!
Look.
I'm sure audiences are wondering on whose behalf I'm offended. Tweet your guesses to @newslaundry.
Even truck drivers, I tell you, going from Punjab and Haryana, and I've talked to numerous of them.
Really? Well, here's what Pappu has to say to that.
I am somebody who spends a lot of time with poor people.
Enough of these poor little rich kids. It was Rahul Kanwal's anguished cry that tore through the noise.
You're not answering my question. I have the right to be heard.
Rahul, I'm coming to your answer. Let me build the foundation.
And Meenakshi creates a new format for argument. Right. Foundation indeed. So that's what lawyers do. Say neev lag rahi hai. And in keeping with the subject of Pappu and Feku, the quality of the debate got better and better.
I can only call him Sanjay, S-O-N-J. I mean, he's very jealous.
It's not the size of the dog in the fight that matters. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
I don't know who's speaking. Is it Meenakshi or Madhu? They're sounding alike.
Feku is the new F word in town.
This is the first time I've been on a show with Meenakshi where she seems soft-spoken and reasonable because she's got Madhu with her.
Madhu Kishwar can't wait to get out of there. Can't blame her. But wait, is that a handbag? Is it a suitcase? No, it's a hold-all. Remember those? You wrapped your bedding on train journeys? Who knows where Madhu Kishwar is going, but you don't need all that to go to any office. That's for sure. Do you? From the ridiculous to the sublime, Ravish Kumar, his script is witty, sharp and great use of the language while making excellent points. I'm serious.
बुनियादी बदलाव क्या आ रहा है? जो इंटरनेट के बाहर की जो राजनीतिक भाषा है, शैली है, और जो ट्विटर पे जो हो रहा है, उसमें कुछ बुनियादी फर्क है क्या?
ये जो आपका टीवी डिबेट है, या और जो पहले से जो इस तरह की चीजें होती रहती थी, वो यूं समझ लीजिए कि क्लासरूम का डिबेट है और ट्विटर कैंटीन का डिबेट है. तो इंटरेस्टिंग. तो ये
मुझे कैंटीन वाली डिबेट अच्छी लगती है ना, वहाँ समोसा मिलता है.
इधर भी पेड मीडिया वाला पेड न्यूज चलता था, इधर भी पेड ट्विटर आ गया. वेरी फ्रैंक, ऑफ कोर्स. ट्विटर में भी पेड ट्विटर.
And no anchor will even bring the smell of paid news in their anchoring, let alone mention it. Way to go, Ravish. Kuch seekho baki anchors. Meanwhile, the subject of the debate, Feku and Pappu.
Rahul or Modi?
Two single men.
Rahul or Modi?
We don't know who's pulling more votes.
Rahul or Modi?
But as far as pulling more ladies,
मैं easily available हूँ सोशल मीडिया में. आप मुझे मेरा ध्यान आकर्षित करें.
Oh, guess who's single, ready to mingle? Sure, we want to make friendship with you on Facebook, but what we'd like to know is, what is your relationship status? And it's complicated, doesn't count. But there was a clear divide, with Nidhi and Ranjana outraged as women only being seen as a relationship status.
He was patronizing, referring to women only as mothers and sisters. You don't think the sari thing is a bit of a stereotype? Come on, in the name of women sacrificing, why only women are expected to sacrifice? And what is one sacrifice when they don't get enough to eat? So one for anemia, why is it sacrifice when they get burned for dowry? Why it is sacrifice that they are beaten up at home? Why is it sacrifice? So what kind of sacrifice are you like, madam? How many more countries should women of India sacrifice?
That is reason for outrage. So we are assuming that Behen Mayawati and Mamta Didi and Amma would never find a place on Nidhi, Let's Just Be Friends, Razdan's panel. But Narendra Bhai turned on the charm with the ficky ladies.
शायद ये मेरा पहला प्रवचन ऐसा है. आप क्यों हंस रहे?
If this man we do not vote for him in 2014, the country will never forgive us.
I love Kiran. She always gets my vote in any movie. But when she said, the country will not forgive us for not voting for Modi, what she said is conceptually an impossible idea. If we don't vote for him, the country will not forgive us. But we are the country, so we will not forgive ourselves? Then since we don't want to be left begging forgiveness of ourselves, we better vote for him. But I'm known to be a very forgiving person. You won't believe the kind of things I've forgiven, much bigger than a nation going down the tube. So this would be easy to forgive. And that too, not someone else, but myself. Much easier than forgiving someone else for horrendous stuff.
Even though she's doing that, she still got that self-sacrificing thing of a mother, which a man doesn't have. The complexity of being a woman, where there is shringar, where there is sacrifice.
You can take the actress out of Bollywood, but you can't take Bollywood out of the actress. You've got to hand it to her. The lady has talent. Not many her age would pull off a dance like that. And then the dialogue after. दुआ तो करने आई थी कि तुम्हारे घर चांद सा बेटा हो, पर अब यही दुआ करती हूँ कि तुम्हारे घर भी चांदनी खिले और तुम्हारी भी बेटी हो. And I would say तुम्हारे मुंह में घी शक्कर. Beti, my love, is not a curse, but a blessing. And you can't call her Pappu. And then once Nidhi was done with her light and fluffy show, just like Sex and the City, she had 4 women on, just like the show. She ended with the promise of, I'm going shopping.
They need gender sensitization. All right, I'm going to go shop for that sari and leave it at that. Thank you very much.
Nice. Like it. That's it for this week. If you have any bizarre moments from TV to share with us, please write into us on contact@newslaundry.com or tweet to us. Peace, be the change, get connected, stay online. This time powder to theek tha. Please write in.
Bilkul.
Finally I got to sign off.